Hello everyone, I'm Nikki Kagan, founder of Kagan Consulting, and I'm here today to help you learn to strengthen your leadership presence and increase team productivity by up to 25% in just 60 days. First, I want you to know how much I appreciate you taking the time to listen to this webinar, and I promise to do everything in my power to give you actionable, easy, implementable ideas that you can apply right away, straight out of the class. So grab a notebook and a pen to take some notes and do your best to minimize any distractions, and let's get started. Let me start by sharing first the key to ensuring that your leadership initiatives do result in lasting success. And I'll start with a short story. This is a story about Peter, and Peter is the CEO of a very successful company. Every year, he gathers his senior leadership team to address leadership challenges and to talk about business and to catch up with one another. And every year, it seemed that they kept coming back to the same culture and values discussion, after which they'd close with a long to-do list and enthusiastic agreements that tended to fade within just a few months' time. Prior to their last meeting, Peter had read something that triggered him to think more deeply about how he could engage the team in examining and discussing their attitudes, their strengths, their behaviors, their gaps. And although it was a very tough few days because they dug deep, the change that they began to experience even within the scope of those few days was already palpable. They quickly came to understand that at the heart of their challenges was their attitudes, their beliefs, and their behaviors. And so within months following the meeting, employees began responding as management began listening more. Now, in every senior leadership team meeting each year, they devote at least 30% of their time self-reflecting on what needs changing. So, have you ever felt like Peter here? Have you ever wondered why no one takes accountability after you collectively make these joint decisions? Maybe you think everyone's aligned on the company vision and mission. After all, they say they are, but it isn't evident by the way they make decisions or the way they behave. Maybe your challenge is a little bit different, but still, my guess is you're thinking about your own team's behaviors and attitudes. So how is it that you can really make your leadership count? Well, first of all, you have to be sure that you really have the desire and capability to lead. Some people take leadership positions because they believe it will propel their career forward. That's not enough. Secondly, you have to be open to and eager for ongoing development. Leadership is an ongoing learning process. It never stops. Things change, situations change, companies change, people change. Our desires change. Things are always developing. We need to learn and grow continuously. Make sure that you understand and truly believe that your own leadership starts from the inside. It's important to be curious about why we do what we do and how it all impacts people around us, things around us, or the changes we try to make are going to be very short-lived. Remember that you are the system and that it's your responsibility to represent it well. All too often, I hear people saying, "Oh, it's not us. We didn't make that decision. The company made that decision." Well, the company is nothing other than a group of individuals. And if you are on the leadership team, you are part of the guiding team. So it's important that you take that responsibility, that you own your role, and that you represent the system as it should be. It's important to be able to identify your personal learning objectives. Sometimes that's not easy because you have to dig deep and you have to be brutally honest with yourself. You need to learn to get comfortable with discomfort, just like Jonathan. Sometimes you're in positions where you have to say or do things that are not popular, and it isn't comfortable. Yet, you know it's the right thing to do, and you need to learn to get comfortable with that discomfort and wait for it to pass and the dust to settle. And then, of course, you need to define concrete measures of your impact and identify what is it exactly in measurable terms that I want to achieve. Now, some people say that that's difficult. I say no. All you have to do is think to yourself, what is happening around me that I wish would stop? Or conversely, what isn't happening that I'd like to start seeing? And therein lies your answer. So here's how you might apply this in your situation. Sometimes we can be quick to find reasons, or what I might call excuses, for what's happening around us. And it can be an automatic response that we would all probably do better to let go of. Our own blind spots can prevent us from really seeing the truth and therefore identifying the best solution. So, for example, maybe you're feeling a little bit let down by your team. They often work in tactical silos, and then they all come to you for the answers when what you're really looking for is for them to be more collaborative and for them to problem solve together. You're thinking, if only they would generate some creative solutions before they come to me, it would help them develop and it would free up my time as well. Well, at the end of the day, you have to ask, why are they so reliant on you? When you look deeply and you look within and you're honest with yourself, maybe the answer is you really do like to be in the driver's seat and you're not relinquishing the control enough for them to take the reins. Would you like a plan that will help you achieve a productivity increase of up to 25% within just 60 days? I'm happy to help you learn how you can better maximize your strengths, create lasting employee engagement, and really step up and claim your role as a leader. But let me be very clear again, I am not disguising this as a sales pitch. I'm not here to sell you anything. I have set aside the next 48 hours to speak with just 9 of you about how you can begin applying these concepts immediately. Whatever your biggest problem or challenge is, I do know how to solve it. I can help you. In that 45-minute call, what I will do is address the biggest challenge that you're up against right now. I will resolve it together with you during that 45-minute call, and I will define a clear roadmap for you that helps you achieve your leadership vision without spending all that effort, time, and energy trying to change what's not within your control.